From time to time, people like to do something we call name dropping. Name dropping is when somebody casually mentions that they happen to know somebody famous. For example, I might say something like, "Oh, I had a great weekend. I was eating lunch and hanging out with the Prime Minister of Canada." Now, why do people do that? Because they're hoping that you will think that they are important because they know important people. So here we are, and Mark is dropping some names. First, there's God the Father, then you have God the Son, and next you have, can you guess the name? Well, it's John the Baptist. Now, why does Mark drop John's name right up there with God the Father and the Son? Because what John has to say is not only about the Son of God, but it comes directly from God himself. Mark wants his readers to be clear that what he is about to write comes from somebody who is by far more important than Mark is. By dropping John's name into this story, his readers are connected to somebody they know was a prophet of God. Many of his readers have been baptized by John the Baptist, and they might have been there when John uttered these words, "Make ready the way of the Lord." And that is exactly what Mark is trying to do. He's trying to make a way for his readers to encounter Jesus. As such, Mark, like any great storyteller, wants to take us, on a journey. Now, having been on several missionary journeys himself, we can imagine how much Mark loves a good journey. Now, this is where Mark differs, from the other Gospels. His story doesn't begin in Bethlehem where the shepherds and wise men journeyed to see the newborn king. Mark doesn't begin at a cradle. He begins his story beside a river. And the announcement this time is not that of angels heralding the birth of Christ, but is that of a prophet announcing the arrival of the one whose shoes, he was not worthy to tie. John himself is about to drop the greatest name of all. Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. And for both John and for Mark, the only name worth dropping, the only name worthy of worship and praise is indeed Jesus Christ. And what Mark wants you to do on this journey is to simply behold the Lamb of God. Well, that was our nugget for today. Again, have a look at your lesson, and we'll see you again tomorrow.